Welcome to the Flashcast series by Full Spectrum Education. Welcome to this week's episode. Today, Kate's going to be talking about risk-taking and tenacity and how that has shaped her career. Take it away, Kate.
Well, I've been really fortunate to have been recognised in my career. I think anytime I've won an award or had a nomination or had the honour of speaking on TV or any of those real career highlights, it's never about me, it's about the other people that have helped me get there. And I was reflecting on this the other day because someone asked me, how do you just keep finding yourself in these roles where you're able to carve out so much influence? And what it comes down to is just having a lot of tenacity and a really audacious risk appetite. So I've never really been the kind of person who has gone for the safe job or the safe bet. And that has meant that I've hit dizzying heights at some times, but also crushing lows. I had to wind up one of my companies a few years ago, and that was absolutely soul destroying. But equally, you don't get to ride in the fast lane and have really cool, sexy roles unless you're also willing to accept that rarely there'll be some downside. So I guess if I was going to provide any practical insight to others who are looking to kind of fast track their career and take risks, there have been a few consistent threads in the decisions I've made around those kind of more risky career moves. And it all comes down to, it's actually never about me and what I can achieve. It's more about how and where will I add the most value. And the way to do that is to find the most tricky, troublesome, and annoying business issue and put your hand up to solve that one. So I'll give you an example of how this has progressed in my life. The very first time I ever wrote a business plan, I was pouring beers and I was a glassy at the Greenbank RSL as a teenager, and I wrote a glass and dishwasher management optimization plan on some foolscap paper with my really bad handwriting because, we didn't have a lot of money growing up, so I didn't even have a computer. And I marched into the head of the RSL and I said, we're wasting way too many glasses, we're wasting way too much water. I think we've got too more staff than we actually need. If we do this, this and this, we can optimize our glass rotation and you'll save a ton of money and people will be waiting less time for their drinks. And he thought that was fantastic. So I got promoted into a supervisor role pretty much straight away. And then that kind of audacity is something that followed me through my career. The next time I did that was at Amy Insurance, and I made a proposal about getting us from using these kind of manual book auto guides around vehicle pricing to the online Red Book, which seemed like a no-brainer to me, but no one else had thought about it. And then, I just kept finding those issues throughout my career and always put my hand up for the most difficult project that no one wanted, or the most frustrating client that no one wanted to manage, or the big idea that everyone knew we had to achieve but was parked because it just seemed too tricky and too audacious. And that really escalated into me doing things like managing entire company rebrands and launching entire businesses that, turn over 30, 40 million a year. And so I guess if I could provide any advice, it would be that. If you're really comfortable in the kind of role you're in, but you're wanting to put yourself forward as a leader, find something above and beyond that's going to add value to your organisation or your community or your students, and collaborate with others. It's not about you and you won't have all the answers, but really build allies along the way and find a champion who is 1, 2 or 3 levels above you who's going to help advocate for that, because there's a lot of relationship building and strategic manoeuvring that needs to go on alongside coming up with the great idea or coming up with the great plan. And then just put yourself in a position where you are the solver of problems.
Thanks for listening to today's Flashcast. If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to email into us at info@fsedu.com.au.
And be sure to tune into our social channels so you don't miss the next episode. Thanks, see you next time.